Greetings! For the first assignment of this Open Government MOOC, you are asked to find and analyze an open government case. This is important to make you aware of practical open government implementations and to adopt a critical attitude towards open government efforts. Completing Assignment 1 will help you grasp the basic concepts related to open government by identifying a particular real open government case. In this video, I will explain this first assignment, including examples of topics that the case may concern, the template that you should use to describe the case, an example of an analyzed case, and sharing and voting for cases. Using the following topics and templates as a guideline, you are asked to find and analyze an open government case. This means you will need to actively search for a case, preferably a case that concerns your home country. However, if you cannot find one, you can describe a case from another country. To give you an idea of the kinds of cases you could search for, I will now give some examples of topics. Thereafter, I will present the template that you should use to analyze the case. First, your case may discuss the release of government data to the public as open data. For instance, public spending data can be opened, as is done by the Open State Foundation. This may reveal money flows between organizations and can contribute to transparency and accountability. Or second, you can describe a case where open government data is used by citizens, entrepreneurs, journalists, or other stakeholders. For instance, at the International Open Data Hackathon. Third, your case could be about the interaction of governments with citizens through social media channels. Several examples of this have been described by Mikulait in an OECD working paper. Another possible case topic is the consultation of citizens in the development of legislation, also referred to as e-consultation, such as the initiative called We the People. These are just examples, and there are many other topics related to open government that you could use for your case. So how can you analyze the open government case? We have provided a template to guide your analysis and to show you which aspects of an open government initiative are important. Each student should individually analyze and describe an open government case according to the following template, which can also be found on the edX platform. You are asked to list the following. First, the title of the open government case that you selected. Second, the objective of the case. Third, the actors involved in the case, including the primary and secondary stakeholders, such as the involved governmental organizations or the involved data users. The stakeholder theory basics provided in video 1.4 should help you with this analysis. Fourth, the template also includes a basic general description of the case, including the used technologies. Video 1.2 about technology developments influencing open government provides the basis for this description. Fifth, furthermore, the geographic coverage of the case should be described, as well as references to where information about the case was found, including the URL, if it is available. The description of the case should be one A4 page at most. So now that we know which elements of the case need to be described, let's have a look at an example in which we apply the template that I just presented. The case that we will discuss is called the VRE for EIC project, which stands for a Europe-wide interoperable virtual research environment, or VRE, to empower multidisciplinary research communities and to accelerate innovation and collaboration. The objective of the VRE for EIC project is to develop a reference architecture and prototypes to be used for future VREs, including building blocks that can be used to improve existing VREs. The virtual research environment allows for sharing and using open government data, as well as other types of data, such as data derived from publicly funded research. The key primary stakeholders involved in this case are researchers doing research on earth sciences or related scientific sectors, VRE data and service publishers offering different types of research data and related services, VRE system administrators managing the VRE system, and finally, general citizens accessing the research data for any purpose. Secondary stakeholders are, for instance, journalists, innovators and entrepreneurs, and research managers. With regards to the general case description, any governmental organization, but also researchers, citizens, and other data users can publish data and make this data available to the public. The VRE for EIC project provides a variety of technologies that can be used by researchers, citizens, and other actors to reuse governmental data, including several technologies mentioned in video 1.2 of this MOOC. The VRE for EIC project addresses key data and software challenges in supporting multidisciplinary data-driven sciences. It improves the utilization of open government data and collaboration among users, as well as between governmental organizations and open data users. For instance, users will be able to work on datasets in groups with other users and upload and link derived datasets. In this case, the VRE providers offer linked data technologies to address issues related to data heterogeneity, data documentation and metadata, identifiers, and provenance. Tagging of datasets in this case can make it easier for other users to find the data they need. The potential is that linked data and visualizations based upon it will enable researchers to browse across different domains and ever-growing linked open data cloud to look for patterns and possible connections. Hypotheses can then be tested within the VRE using other technologies, if necessary. The VRE for EIC project receives funding from the European Union's Horizon 2020 Research and Innovation Programme. It focuses on all European Free Trade Association countries, or EFTA countries, and also various countries outside the EFTA, with a potential reach of 70,000 researchers. References to the VRE for EIC case are available. Just like I did here, each student should attach the used links, reports, and publications about the case that he or she analyzed. An example of a second case concerns the case entitled Encouraging Parents' Engagement in Public Education Reform. This initiative aims to achieve a greater involvement of Mexican parents in transforming the system which educates their children. A description of this second case and the application of the framework to it are available on the edX platform. So after you have analyzed and described an open government case, we kindly ask you to copy and paste your analyzed case on the forum dedicated to assignment 1. Sharing your case could result in interesting discussions, but also allows you to compare your case to other cases, such as those from other countries. We strongly suggest that you share your case with the other students on this forum before the end of March 20. The Assignment 1 forum contains various categories, including data and information sharing, service development, citizen participation in social media, legislation, and other. So search for the category that your case fits in and copy and paste your case in a post on the Assignment 1 forum. After sharing your case, Please read at least 3 cases submitted by other students in 2 categories of your choice. Then, vote for the best case that you have read in each of the 2 categories. We also encourage you to discuss the uploaded cases. Such discussions can help you understand how open government principles are implemented in other countries and contexts. The cases with the most votes will be used in Assignment 3. So you can use these sources to obtain more information about Assignment 1. Thank you for your attention.